Hi everyone, it's Diane. You can see I have a mess on my desk. I just threw everything here in the middle so I can talk to you about what I'm going to be doing. I think I told you that my next journal was going to be Victorian themed for my mother, for Mother's Day, but I've really been wanting to do something that wasn't themed and a little more grungy and just thrown together and fun. And I've got so much stuff that will go in those kinds of journals. So I figured if I work on these this week and then next week I can do the Mother's Day journal. I don't know if I'll finish these this week because I am working on either 4 or 5 of these books. And I'll tell you why it's maybe 5. Let me just show you the book covers that I'm going to be using for these. They're a variety of books. Tom and Betty is an old reader. The corners are frayed, so I'll probably put book corners on it. And look at these. Oh, these are so cool. So, of course, I'll make spines for these. And this one, I forgot what the name of it was, but it was, I think it was a cookbook. But it had a very skinny spine. I probably have the spine in my garbage, but that's okay. Yeah, here it is, the Kitchen Madonna. So I just liked the pattern on this, and I just got this this season, and this season is still new, so it's pretty new to me, but I'm going to use that one. This one is, I've had this one for a while, I think, the Young and Field Literary Readers. Just an old reader, but I like the vintage look of it and the fancy design around it. I think this will be a fun one. A Reader's Digest book cover, and this is the maybe. I love this cover and I lost the back. I just kept hoping it was going to turn up while I'm cleaning and organizing and stuff, and it hasn't yet. So I might make, this is quite sturdy, but I might try to make a back to go with this. Just, you know, cut a new back out of chipboard and create a new spine. But I really like this cover, and I didn't want to just throw it away because I lost the back. And I think the back of it had more scenery on it too, so it's a shame. But anyway, these are the books I'm using, and what I want to do to start off with is maybe make the covers this week, and also make ephemera, because that's what I've been looking forward to doing, just creating ephemera with all this stuff. So I can work on all of that this week, and then next week I'll start on my mom's journal, and it might be the week after that that I actually finish these books. We'll just see how it all goes. Maybe I can do these all this week. So what I have here are these index card thingies that I just had in my shop. I think there's only one left. One set left, 1 or 2. I don't remember. There might be more. Anyway, you don't care. But I got these at a flea market last year, so I might do something with them. I've got these little florist hang tags. I've got a bunch of them left, so I'll try to do something with them. I've got these gardening cards that are nice big ones. I made this pocket a while ago, but I never make a journal big enough to use it in, so maybe... Oh, I still probably can't. This is probably still too big. I'll have to use this in a domestic arts journal or something bigger. But I could use that and, you know, make a smaller one. I have these plain playing cards. I have pick cards. This, forgot the name of it. It's that Amish game. I think these are old maid cards. These ESP cards that I just got, Milbourne. These big flash cards are a little bit bent, but I like them, and I like the size. I don't know, they might only be good in that Kitchen Madonna book. That's taller. I just dropped the Milbourne cards. Alright, so I don't really have a plan, except that I have these as my bases. I've got book pages too from a couple of the books, the Tom and Betty book and the Young and Field Literary Readers book. I can use book pages This was in one of the sets of cards that I just got today. You always win with U.S. savings bonds. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I can use that. I have scraps of paper. I can use some of these heavier papers as bases too, make tags out of them. Wallpaper. And this, I've been saving this little folder of bits just a week or so. I've been putting stuff in there to use for collages, so I might use some of them. So let's just stop talking and start creating. I know I will be doing sewing on these things, but I'm not going to be sewing on this video. I see my battery light is flashing. So when it shuts off, we're done. So I think what I will do is just start putting things on and maybe, you know, glue them down in the center, and then when I'm not on video, I can sew them. Alright, so let's start with this. Might as well start big. Well, let me see first. I think this might be, I guess it would fit in there. I can use it in this book for sure. So I'll just do a few of these. And it's okay if I make extras, because I'll use them in domestic arts journals. Alright, so I'm going to take a card. I'm going to take some book page. Actually, this is a book page from a garden book about houseplants, actually, but it'll work. This is bleach. It's cool here today, so I put this zip front sweatshirt on over my shirt that I'm wearing, and I just realized that I've got bleach on the cuff of that sleeve. So I'll take a little piece of that. I'm going to do this on the back. I want to be able to, I want it to be written on. I don't want to cover that picture up completely. See, I told you I didn't know what I was doing. Alright, so that's some text about plants. Take a piece of this wallpaper. Piece of this scrapbook paper. I like this scrapbook paper. It's got some sort of a index or something on the back, or as the text. So I thought that was cool. I know I'm going to make a big mess here today, but I guess that's okay. I didn't completely clean my room up, which I like to really do a good job cleaning in between projects, but I don't know. Today I'm not feeling it. I'm usually not feeling it, but I just want to do this. I just want to play. And I want to say thank you, because I just listed a short while ago 14 sets of, you know, laces and fabrics and things, linens, pieces of tablecloths, embroideries and things like that, crocheted bits, and they're gone already. You guys are amazing. See this I punched out? I want to use some of that, because the plants will show through that. So thank you for that. And then also there's only one set of all of those applique sets that I put in there Friday night. I put them in there, and now there's only one set left. So thank you very, very much. I have a lot of orders to pack and mail. So if it's not a journal, when I'm listing something, I always list it as far as shipping, that I'll ship it out in 1 to 3 business days. If it's a journal, it's 1 to 2 business days. So I've got time to get these things mailed. I usually mail things sooner than what it says I need to. But it may take me that long this time because of all of the orders that I have. I went to the post office today and mailed some things. I had to get up so early and go be with my grandsons so they could get to school, that I had a few things ready when I went, and I take them with me so that I can just go to the post office on my way home. So I did that. Whatever I had packed I took with me, but I had to bring a couple home because I forgot to put the zip code on. But none of them were actually due to be sent today, so I'm good. Okay, that's probably good enough. Now, I want to just put a little dab of glue on some of these, and then when I get a chance, I will sew these. I'm just going to do a bunch of collaging, and then when I'm not on camera, I will do a bunch of sewing. I already put black thread. I want to use black thread for the grungy look. I've done so many pretty and elegant and lacy and pink vintage lady type of journals that this is just going to be fun. And I really like those kind of journals too, but I love this kind. Love them. I like looking at them, writing in them, playing with them, making them. I like all kinds of journals. I think I like too many. I don't specialize in any one kind. You're still with me. The battery hasn't quit yet. I think I should put something down in the bottom too. Need some color. This is a piece of wallpaper. Well, I'm pretty much covering. You can see a little bit of the flowers back there. Excuse me. Felt like I swallowed some dust or something all of a sudden. I don't know when I'll go back to the big flea market in the barns, because I've done it once, and I try to go, like last year I tried to go once a month. So I think there's actually 5 Saturdays this month, but I can't go this Saturday. I have things I need to do. I'm the speaker at an event for ladies at my church, so probably, I don't know if I'll go Friday, but probably not. So it might be the following weekend that I get to go. So after I sew all of this down, then I will glue something on the back that can be written on. Alright, so here is a house plant, and these are some house plants. I have so much stuff I could bring over here and use. I have sewing pattern tissue, any other kinds of tissue paper. Wrapping paper, wallpaper. Well, I've got the wallpaper here. Fabrics. Just how about that right there? But I can't overwhelm myself. I just thought if I bring a few things over for this stage, and then when next session, I'll use some other kinds of elements. I'm really not liking that down there. Maybe this was just too big. I'm not going to do any inking on these. I just want them to be thrown together. And I think that's going to be good enough. I could maybe sew some trim or something on the other side when I get to the sewing part. I can't wait to get to the sewing part because I want to see them all sewn together with the black thread. I'm going to use messy stitching. And again, I will put something on the back that can be journaled on. I love daylilies. I used to have a whole bunch of them in my garden at another house that I lived in when my kids were young. I used to order flowers from, I forgot the name of the company, mail order, before internet. So I ordered a whole variety of colors of daylilies. I loved them. I had irises too. I loved irises in my garden. I like this little bit of color here, caught my eye. I know one thing I wanted to use, if I can find it. Here's some. I've got an old ledger that's got writing on it. And I thought that this kind of stuff would be great to put in collages like this. This is just written in pencil. This is a scrap from digital paper that I used in the recent journal. Oops, I already did those. I'll show these to you when I get them all sewn together. Let's start with some wallpaper here. Sorry. I brought this over because it's got a little bit of doily I can use. The doily's torn. But why throw it away when you can use it in a collage? And I can use bits of the bag too. I love this piece of wallpaper. I also will want to make some fabric flips and clusters and tabs. So I just want to compile a lot of that stuff. This, I might have to glue that. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to try sewing over it. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of like fancy pockets or anything. So once I get all these tags and clusters and flips and things like that done, and cards, then it will pretty much just be a matter of selecting the pages and cutting them and, you know, collating the papers together and putting them all in the book, making the cover, of course. Oh, I don't know why I'm putting that away. I still need it. So there's that one. Got 4 of them. Got 2 more, and the battery's still going. But like I said, when the battery runs out, I'm going to go away without saying goodbye. This is a piece of Tsunami Rose paper that didn't come out right because I ran out of a certain color of ink. So the color is kind of weird. But I've been using bits of it here and there. This is a piece of mulberry paper with flowers printed on it. Got too many straight edges on it. So I went to see the movies. Went to the movies yesterday with my son and his wife and daughter. We went to see the Avengers Endgame. Now you might not think that I would be a superhero kind of girl. And I'm not really, well, I wasn't as excited about it as my son was, that's for sure. But my husband loved it, loved those movies, and we would go see it, and he would buy them and we'd watch them together here too, but he would have been so excited about this one, the Endgame. And it is enjoyable if you've seen them and you become familiar with the characters, and there's a lot of humor in these movies, so I really enjoyed being invited out to go see that movie with them. There's number 5. Yep, number 5. One more, and then I will change my battery before I start. Whoops, what did this come off of? This one. I'll change the battery before I start another project. One more. I want some wallpaper here. This is pretty, isn't it? I'm trying to decide if I want to tear it or cut it. Look at all these nice geometric shapes. Cut there. And then I'm going to cut the square out and I'll play with them. Just going to tear around this flower. Look at that. That is so fun. Got quiet again, didn't I? I'm glad you guys tell me it's okay when I get quiet, because I think I craft better when I'm quiet. So save that for something else. I don't know, maybe that's enough wallpaper. I need to go with something else here. Try not to overthink it. Transvaal daisy, otherwise known as Gerbera daisies. That is my daughter-in-law's favorite flower. And they are quite lovely and bright and fun. that all I had? I think so. Okay, well, you hung in there with me till the end of this one, so I'm going to change the battery and do some stitching on these and then come back to work on something else. Maybe some of these littler cards. All right, come on back and join me again soon. Bye-bye.